We have no probe data for this area, only the space shot. Go ahead, Alan.
My pod was last out of the Black Hammer. I came to ground very near where the dropship finally crashed. About here, I figure. At Hot Point Able. No other survivors, long-range comms completely shot, no support vehicles, no way to make ammo reloads even. All I could do is wait and hope someone came looking. Yesterday the Jags came through in heavy force and found the hammer. I had to fade or be discovered. Been playing hide and seek ever since.
The smoke jaguars are certainly stripping the Black Hammer for themselves. I'll bet you that convoy Keith Andrew noticed was heading out to pick up the salvage.
Keith made it? How close? Can he drop some of those artillery missiles of his on the convoy for us?
Tech check, Alan. None of us are outfitted with the tag spotting laser. Without it, Keith is about as accurate as the field base in predicting clanner moves. No offense.
None taken, Gunner. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
There's tag equipment aboard the Black Hammer.
There you go. That'll do just nicely. Okay, we've got Op Point Able plotted, but this is all a guesswork and a plan-as-you-go deal.
So there you go. We have no clue what's going on. We're just walking in blind, and we now have Alan's Sunder, which is a 90-ton assault mech. Let's go ahead and mess with this salvage a little bit. And we actually have decisions to make because we're running really close to that 900-ton limit. So we're going to get rid of the low-powered crap and bring in the high-powered things like my favorite weapon in the game, the Ultra AC-20, which is an incredibly short-range gun but does a massive amount of damage when you hit, up to knocking them down. So that's a wonderful thing. So we can probably start getting rid of things like the machine guns. And we'll want to get rid of ammo corresponding as well. And we don't need those LRM-5 racks either. And let's see. And we even have a couple mechs sitting in the spare spots in case the bushwhacker goes down. And you'll notice, thanks to Dominic losing his, we have another Thor sitting in that slot. So we actually have two Thors that we can run on. And that is exactly why I saved the larger mechs for later. That way, rather than them blowing up in the easier missions, we'll keep those for a while. And let's see. Anyway, yeah, we'll keep those for a while. That way, as the missions get harder, our guys should be a little less squishy. Okay, double heat sinks. Armor, definitely armor. As many heat sinks as we can carry. But we're sitting at 29. That's not terrible. Want the AC-20 rounds. All of them. Gauss rifle rounds. Because again, the Gauss rifle, even though I don't typically use it, it's an incredibly powerful long-range weapon. Get rid of the machine gun ammo to give us a few tons to work with here. The LRM-15 is not terrible. So we'll go ahead and stock up with it. Okay. And anything else we can use in this? LRM-10s aren't terrible, they're just not my favorite. Same thing with pulse lasers. Definitely want the Streak, definitely want the AC-20, and the Gauss rifles. And we need to make some salvage decisions here. Get rid of some of the ammo. LBX-2s are very fast firing, but basically useless in terms of damage, so let's get rid of that. Same thing with the LRM-5 ammo. What do I want to ditch? Pulse lasers allow you to fire over a long period of time. Since my aim's not the greatest, I'm not going to try to hang on to those. And we're still at our tonnage cap here. Anything else that we want to get rid of? We have a ton of Gauss rifles, and it's a heavy gun, so getting rid of one of those won't kill us. The medium lasers, however, we make a lot of use out of, so I'll live with that trade-off. I would rather have all the things, but c'est la vie. And 4 tons left. What can we stuff in with 4 tons? 1 ton remaining. That's a lot of this game. There's a lot of planning. Even in the tournaments, we finally had to institute rules on build times because there were guys that would just sit for hours trying to design their quote-unquote perfect mech. Drove us nuts. You'd sit there just waiting and waiting. Finally, we established a limit of you had 10 minutes to set things up. If you couldn't figure out your mech after 10 minutes, you deserve to get your butt kicked. So the Vulture is a 60-ton, good thing to keep in mind, and we've changed a few things, and so it asks if we want to save our designs. See, alternate C here is running 2 Gauss rifles. That packs a huge wallop, so it's gonna be very ammo hungry. Not a bad design though, as long as it hits. And with this Sunder, or no, that's the Thor. My apologies. Okay. LRM-15s, LBX-10, ERPPCs, and jump jets. And we've got 3 tons to work with. Let's see if we can't take out some of that squishiness. And I'm filled to the brim. Yeah, don't remind me. Okay. No, everything looks okay here. What is it griping at me about? And you'll notice I pulled that Sunder out of the way. That's so they don't lose it right off the bat. The Sunder being an assault mech at 90 tons, again, I don't want to lose that right off the bat. I'd rather have that available for the harder missions when we're getting ready to try to leave the planet. Since it's forcing us back in, I may as well take a few heat sinks with me, in case those get blown off. Finally, let's go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Waiting for rendezvous coordinates.
Now I do realize we spent about...
Single fire engaged.
I'm raiding enemy contacts
Fire
on but no
engaged.
salvage convoy. We might be too late.
Okay. Since we spent about 5 minutes just
Power
sitting around
detected. Targeting.
stocking up and getting ready for this mission, just a quick refresher, we're going to head for Outpoint Able. That's where Alan's drop pod crashed.
The Freeborns are here, Star Commander.
Protect the drop ship. Jerome, cancel patrol. Regroup. Back.
That's good. That means they haven't had a chance to salvage anything yet. Alright, so we need to take things down as quickly as possible and get the field base to Outpoint Able. And my guys seem to be doing their jobs. Let's see if I can line up a few shots. Okay, those ERPPCs packed a wallop behind me.
Star Commander Zero.
It's one down. That didn't take too long. And a little Strider. This guy should go down like a domino. Hit like a target.
Enemy.
I got the lock, I'm happy. And if these hit the center torso, he's gone. No, just a little off to the side. Something pinged off my cockpit. There he goes. And another Strider. This should be quick. And it looks like there's something walking up from the edge of the map. Wonder what that's going to be. And it's firing.
Targeting.
Wonderful. Okay. Guess it's gonna take priority. Bunch of Striders. Those things are annoying. The sad thing is they're fast, so getting a lock is not fun. Oh, great. One of my guys took out the bridge. I don't think the mobile field base will be able to get around now. Oh well. So any repairs are going to get done over here from the flips and things. That's just going to slow us down later. I'll probably do like I did in the last missions, and if things look like they're going to take too long for repairs or whatnot, I'll just pick up cutting out all of the riffraff. I hear gunfire, but I don't see damage bars moving. It's never a good sign. Okay. No. Okay, so... is he just dodging nape of the earth, or what?
Yes, sir. Refitting mech.
Figure since we did take a little bit of fire, give those guys a chance to replenish while we're here. Yeah, he's running behind a mountain. Molehill. Whatever. They didn't mention anything about a time limit here, so I don't know how much time we really have to take. We know they spotted us. I wonder why they're not chasing us. That's kind of odd. This is one of the few times when you guys can see me actually make use of changing the radar to the map so that I can get a good grid idea.
Done and we're heading out.
And we'll send the next person in for repair. Kind of disturbs me that those Striders are
Waiting
already
for rendezvous coordinates.
on their way.
Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring now.
The fact they ran away from us so quickly, it's making me a little anxious.
We have arrived and are ready to deploy.
And it's Ponari's turn.
Heading towards MFB for refit.
And hopefully the AI for the other two guys is smart enough to just have them chase me. Off to Able we go, and that's that yellow dot you see on my radar. Now, we know two Striders ran off that way, so we know we're at least going to be facing two light mechs. Can't remember, is the Strider light or medium?
Targeting.
Medium, 40 tons, okay.
Targeting.
And that one's fresh. They are way off in the distance. And that's one of the sad things about being in an assault mech, is you are painfully slow in trying to traverse the ground.
Targeting.
We're on high ground here,
Targeting.
so hopefully... No, looks like there's still blockage in the line of sight here. Well, we'll see if this Artemis helps with the following the terrain of the Earth a little bit.
All repairs are done and we're out of here.
Just waiting for him to pop out a little more. Ooh, almost looks like one's coming towards us.
Waiting for rendezvous
Mobile
coordinates.
field base 2? Yeah, we'll just leave it at 1.
Targeting.
Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring
And then
now.
it'll be Alan's turn. He's the most recent addition for those of you who haven't been
We have
following along or
arrived
just
and are ready
joining
to
us.
deploy.
He had
It's a
originally shown up in an
rendezvous with
assault
beefy
mech, but I've got
vehicles.
him piloting something a little bit lighter. And I'm thinking, since it doesn't seem like there is a time limit to this, and we know that there's going to be an ambush there, they're gathering up.
Targeting.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do a repair as well. We'll pick up when the fighting starts.
Targeting.
Alright, time to jump back in the fray. Oh yeah, I bet you guys didn't know I could do that. Bring the radar or maps up to the fore like that. And it turns out my mobile field base was able to get across the water over the bridge that we had accidentally demolished. I'm not going to ask too many questions, just appreciate the bugs when they work in my favor. And let's go ahead, we're going to try to use this little rain basin to our advantage.
Missile launch detected.
At least till something comes cresting over. Fortunately, this little medium mech shouldn't last too long. And there he goes. Alright. One more Strider to go. Come in. Able to see if there's anything we can salvage in that dropship. Now, what a dropship is it's the orbital ship that transfers battle mechs, infantry, and other various armor and weapons types
Nice work, Lance Leader.
from the ship down to the ground.
Targeting. Targeting.
And the BattleTech
Breaking off.
universe
No
is
contact with Star Commander Sarah or for forces. Vegas 335,
Yes,
drop
sir.
back to
Rendezvous
recon.
with
Laura and
refit
I will
vehicles.
follow. Convoy, you are on your own. Proceed as ordered. Damn.
Targeting.
that was a lot
Targeting.
happening at once.
Scatter.
Targeting.
Drive to the knee joints.
Targeting. Bloody toads. Targeting. Targeting.
You were saying.
Targeting. Spoke a little early, didn't we? Targeting. Targeting.
So they're sending in
Linked
a whole
fire
bunch of
engaged.
elementals, and
Targeting.
this is where the ERPPCs just suck. Can't really get a missile lock on these guys. It's like swatting flies. Honestly, it's like trying to swat flies with a shotgun.
Targeting. 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 Targeting.
This is where small lasers definitely come in handy. Where was I before the interruption?
Targeting.
Okay. Just take my mind off how frustrating this is going to be. Basically, transportation, you start off with the dropships, which take you into orbit, and then from the dropship loads into
Your mech is fixed.
a larger ship, or it can go straight to what's known as a jump ship. The jump ship is a huge ship that enables faster than light travel, and jump ships are typically neutral. For some period of the BattleTech universe, they weren't, and at least and as a result, people were not able to travel as quickly. The technology used to use these jump ships is very hard to come by, which is why they were declared neutral ground and ideally not blasted out of the sky.
If you're not too busy, I could use a hand.
An elemental get over. And as you can see, I keep getting close with no actual contact here. I hate these things. You can see why you use target practice with these. we've got some aerial vehicles to deal with, as if the elementals were bad enough. The
Consider
good
it
thing is,
done.
at least with the longer range gun,
You're the boss.
we can take care of it that way. And I can use the AI to take these things down.
See you, you planet.
Took him down with
Wonderful.
one shot.
Is that the last of it? Maybe?
Single fire engaged. Group fire engaged.
I don't see anything. Let's get on to Able and see what happens. But yeah, right now the goal is to find a drop ship to get us to our jump ship. And you can see the remnants of the drop ship there.
Waiting for rendezvous coordinates. Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring now.
Okay, it just says secure the area. We can bring the mobile field bases here, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't see anything coming in, so let's just assume this is a basic escort mission. Okay, there's the nav point.
Targeting. Targeting.
Ooh, that's not exactly great. And again, if you guys are really curious about this universe, there's Sarna, and I also did find another really handy tool for Android devices. Might be available on iOS, but honestly, I don't use iProducts, and I plan on keeping it that way. It's an app called MechFactory. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a complete repository. Definitely want to pick that up. This universe is very rich, and it has wonderful RPG materials as well as game materials and manuals, all the battle values, histories, anything you could want to know about this universe. Ooh, we've got incoming
Targeting. Targeting.
Owens. Okay.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
The good thing is Owens aren't terribly big. We saw those earlier in the game. They're just little light mechs, few lasers, a couple of LRM-5s. Not really scared of these guys. As long as no assault mechs or heavy mechs come in, these should be quick. The big thing is trying to protect things.
We are committed to battle, Star Commander.
That's not good. We definitely want to keep these mobile field bases up and
Primary
running.
power detected.
Oh, crap.
Cease fire! Cease fire!
What? Where are you shooting?
See, we hit that light mech hard enough to knock it down, and some of the other police started hitting our teammates. Okay, that's one down. Wait for my team to come down so I can see again. Commander Delta down.
Targeting.
I don't see any
Targeting.
red.
Targeting. Targeting.
And we didn't lose the mobile field
Targeting.
bases. We should be okay. Should.
Targeting.
Nope, there's an Orion coming. And I don't have any missiles.
Consider it done.
Consider it done.
Sure.
Well, armor's okay, so let's see what we can do.
On my way to repair a vehicle.
Not today, Freebirth.
We have arrived and are
Countdown imminent.
And yes, you did see me group fire 3 ERPPCs. You can see the heat that's being generated.
Power detected.
Oh, there's more? Oh boy.
Linked fire engaged.
Since I keep missing, I'm gonna go link fire for a little bit. That way if I miss, it's not gonna penalize me as bad.
Need help.
Ow, ow. And here you can really see why I try to keep having zero connects out front. Right in my firing line. Really good job there.
1 in a million shot.
Okay, now what's in the backfield there? An avatar. Oh, I was supposed to tell you guys what that is, wasn't I? Okay.
All repairs are done. You're good to go.
Backtrack a little bit. Ooh, there's something else too. And the avatar, that's a... Oh, we did talk about that, I believe. And it is a heavy mech. 70 tons. We'll see how quickly we can tear it down. I'd much rather get shot straight to the center torso, but I'll take what I can get. Manual does say XL.
If you say so.
We'll see if it's true or not.
Consider it done.
Alternate C, so it might not be the XL engine in that particular variant. It's a standard.
I could use some backup right about now.
Need help.
And we've turned him into a twig. Means a few more good hits just to the center mass will take it. Here we go. Alright. One more avatar. And this one's a primary, so
Affirmative.
2 medium lasers, pulse lasers, machine guns, LBX, and LRM-10s. So no matter what range we're in, this is going to suck. Machine guns, while they don't do a lot of damage, they do a number on your internals. They take out critical components like your heat sinks, things like that. And it's down. That was fairly large. Okay, good. Let's go for the debrief. That was one hell of a fight.
The Jaguars removed a great deal of salvage from the Black Hammer, but at least one convoy should still be within our striking range. Reports from the Eclipse say that they're down 2 warriors already, and Galaxy Commander Corbett is pressuring them relentlessly. Lance Leader, we need to get this salvage or at least deny it to the Jaguars. If the clan fields many more warriors out of Durgan City, the rescue team will go down and will be cut off.
Okay, so we picked up an Orion and a champion. See you guys next time. Wheel Trouble out.